Good afternoon, beautiful souls. I'm Angie. Welcome to my channel. This is Carson. He's my tripod, and every time I go to hit record, he starts meowing. So I thought, well, I'll just pick him up. Do you have something on your eye, baby? Just got a light mark. It's been about 3 days since I posted a reading and a healing story for you. I pulled this spread like 3 days ago, and I've been sitting on it for 3 days because I had to do the thing first before I could share it with you. It stopped me in my tracks, and yeah, I had to process what it was teaching me before I could share it with you. I have a gift. I have a spiritual gift, but I'm also very human. And I think the purpose of this channel is to heal out loud and share my humanness with you because, you know, we're stronger together. So let me get into the reading. First of all, no, I'm going to call in. I'm going to take a minute and just center my energy and thank you all for being here, and thank you, my spirit guides. I call you in, and my angels, my guardian angels, and the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Thank you all for being here and for helping me in this journey and helping me, you know, share with authenticity and vulnerability my healing story, because we need each other. We need to hear each other look and feel vulnerable so that we can have permission to do the same thing. So thank you. Please help me to share this reading in a way that it will be of benefit for the collective. Okay, so I like to start out with a mudra. The one that I pulled for this reading 3 days ago, it's called Opportunity and Take Your Chance, which is sort of ironic, right? Because then I sat on the opportunity, but actually took the opportunity to really absorb this lesson. So now I'm going to share it with you. So this is the mudra, and it is the Hakini mudra, Hakini, and it is dedicated to the goddess of inner truth, clarity, and unity. This mudra synchronizes the two halves of the brain, activates one's memory, improves one's ability to absorb and reproduce knowledge in exam situations, for instance, and is good for the lungs as well. Every circumstance, including the most unpleasant ones, contains within it an opening, a chance. The trick is to find and use it. Picture yourself entering the chakra of your third eye in your forehead. It feels as if you are sitting in a pink-colored heaven. You pose questions relating to particular opportunities of your life or some especially significant concern. Become very still and listen carefully. And then the mantra is, I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. Okay, so I'm going to do the mantra with you while I'm also holding my hands in this position. This is a really easy position. I like this one. So I'm going to get it closer because I don't have glasses. Oh, I'll put my glasses on. Nope, that didn't help. Okay. Well, here we go. I just have to bend down. So this is the hand position. And it says, I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. You can say it after me. I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. I wish to take my chances as they come, use them, enjoy them, transform them. One more. I wish to take my chances as they come. Use them, enjoy them, transform them. Okay, so now what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, the next card that came out was the Alchemist card. And this is from the Goddess Oracle, the Wild Goddess Oracle deck. Okay, the Alchemist, it says, our enchanted world provides the means for transforming the leaden aspects of daily life into the golden experience available to all. Right away, like, this card just makes me aware, cognizant of the fact that the world feels very heavy right now. There's alchemy happening on the planet. We're shifting paradigms, and that comes with a lot that needs to be released, a lot that needs to be transformed. Yeah, that's what this card says. Transform. So this reading is really going to speak to how we transform our energy, how we alchemize the things that feel heavy to us into golden. Do we transform our perception from seeing things in one way and alchemizing it so that we get to see ourselves in the situation a different way, or see the situation a different way. There's a change, there's a transformation happening, and it's happening in many of us who have been dedicated to this journey of healing. And it can be healing from, whatever. The whole human journey is about learning how to take our experiences and use them for ascension. Which just means raising our vibration. And to me, that means remembering my childlike wonder. Because when babies look in the mirror, they don't question what they see. They're delighted in what they see. There's no judgment. There's just pure adoration. That's me? Oh my gosh, amazing, right? And they're so enthralled with everything about themselves, their face, their smile, their hands. We are extraordinary beings. So, yeah, whatever is feeling heavy in your life right now, I promise you that there is a way of transforming, and it's not going to happen all at once. The next card, but the next card is the Knight of Wands. So in order to achieve this alchemy, achieve this transformation, it's going to require your action, your energy, passion, and it says here charm and fearlessness. I'm not sure I really like the charm and fearlessness part, but the action, energy, and passion reminds me of to use all of your might, all of your mind, all of your strength. So it's a matter of will and action and passion that is required for this alchemy process. So this is it's quite a task, right? It's quite an ask. And how can we possibly do this when we're already feeling depleted? And I get it. I live beneath the poverty line, and I have recovered from a lot of different kinds of abuse. So these aren't just fairy tale words. I've walked the path, and it's not easy. In fact, the last 3 days, I've had to transform something. I've had to alchemize something, and I had to take pause before I could give you this reading, so that I could give you a truthful reading, so that I could sit in resonance with it. So the next card is a tarot card. Obviously the last two were. And this next card is the Emperor. So I feel like what is being shared here is that a couple of different things. The Emperor speaks to stability, power, aid, and protection. Okay, so you can be assured that your spiritual team on the other side of the veil that you can't see, but that is very real, is on your side, and is offering you encouragement. This path is protected. They will give you aid when you need. And ask. I'm just getting, use your voice. We heal out loud, right? Because our voice is our power. It is the main resonance that our body heals by. So when you ask for this aid, this protection, the stability, consistency is a word that I'm getting. Consistency is requisite for stability. And that means that in order to have stability, you have to be consistent about the thing that you're trying to alchemize, right? Like, you have to stay mindful with it. And your heart, you have to apply your heart to it, to care enough to want to change it. And usually that comes as a gift of desperation. Anyone who has done some alchemy work, getting out of any kind of addiction, we realize that feeling of desperation is actually a gift, because without it, why would we want to bother going through all of this hard work, right? And yeah, okay, so moving forward, I'm getting a lot. So you are being offered the stability, the power, the aid, the protection to do this. Now, okay, so the fifth card is what gave me pause, because here we have this movement, this power, this alchemy, this action, this, it's quite a lot of energy moving forward, right? And then I pulled, this is a witch's oracle card, and I pulled the cave, which is retreat. So I was so confused. I was like, what? How? I almost put it back. I'm like, come on, this must be a mistake. Where's the book? I'm just going to read this one. What does it really mean? What is the bear trying to teach us? What is this spirit medicine that the bear is in the cave, retreating, trying to teach us? Wait a minute, that's the wrong book. Okay, where are you? There you are. A little Miss Witch's Oracle. Pardon me, you guys. Pardon me. Release what no longer serves, right? Better out than in. All right, 27 is the number of this card. And here it is. So, the vibration is the sacral chakra. The keywords are retreat, gestation, and withdrawal. So, caves and caverns are symbolic of the womb, of the goddess, and of the entrance to the underworld. They are places of retreat into the mother's embrace in order to find answers, solutions, or rest. So now it's making sense. Associated with bear medicine, caves offer the right environment for recuperation and shelter during times of endurance, when you have a need for connection or poor weather conditions. Okay, so I'll continue before I speak. Cave appearing in a reading indicates that this is a time of no action. Do you see why I was confused? I was like, okay, I'm not sure what to do with this, and suggests a period of withdrawal from active participation. This is your season for preparation, for gestation, and for rest. Treasures are there to be found. Treasures. I just put this together. Isn't alchemy about turning the leaden things into gold? Like golden experiences? take this opportunity to change the things in your life that feel heavy into what am I getting? I already said golden experiences. I don't want to be redundant. Okay, so treasures are there to be found if you take the time to go within and search for them. Everything that you need is already inside you. All of the answers, all of the solutions, go within. And the action and the energy and the passion for this work it's really about going within and being dedicated to that process. Okay. With slow and steady application, you can achieve what you have set out to do. Potentials and possibilities are forming within you. Like I said, everything you need, the solution is within you. You're the only one who knows your story the best. You're the only one who knows what your soul needed in those times that it didn't get what it needed. And so you're the only one who knows where to apply compassionate understanding. Give them the time that they need to emerge strong and vibrant and ready for expression in your life. I think I needed these past 3 days. And yeah, 3 is a very spiritual number. So rebirth is on its way. That's the high note. The low note is retreat and restore your energy. So, I have spun my wheels for many, many years in certain survival patterns. And I have a lot of passionate energy, but I was spending it on these patterns that didn't serve me. And I'll be specific. I'll get specific about it. It's what I had to alchemize these past 3 days. So in this retreat, or the card after the cave, the retreat card, guess what? You won't believe it. So this one said something about, I want to refer to it again so you don't lose the connection of it. This is your season for preparation, for gestation, and for rest. Okay. And it did say something else more specific. Oh, here. They are places of retreat into the mother's embrace in order to find answers, solutions, or rest. I'm not making this up, obviously. The next card was the cauldron, which represents the womb. The womb, the place of all creation. A place of, like a cave. It's a place of retreat, of warmth, of growth. Yeah. And that's what, right? This is your opportunity. You have the opportunity every single day with every circumstance that comes along your path on this journey to learn something from it, to alchemize it into a lesson that will propel you forward instead of staying in the same loop, a pattern that may not be serving you anymore. This is very difficult work. It's very, very difficult work, shifting these trauma patterns, maybe, ways of thinking and feeling. They feel familiar, which makes it feel safe. But familiarity isn't always safety. Whatever's familiar, I would question. Like, is this familiar because it's a good thing that I've chosen, or is it familiar because it's just a pattern and it's all I know? Okay, so I'm gonna open the book to, and it's the preceding card. So the cave was 27, the cauldron is 26. So it's funny, I didn't even notice this until now. The numbers, like, let's see. Okay, no, that went out of my head. Never mind. So let's just look at this card, the cauldron. The cauldron represents the womb. The vibration is the sacral chakra. The keywords are the void and potential and wise intention. The cauldron is central to the old religion, associated particularly with Cerridwen, a Celtic crone goddess of the dark moon. It symbolizes the void, the deep, and the source of creation, the womb of life, filled with a potential to be realized. It is the creator who fills the void, the enchanter who decides upon the focus for any incantation spoken over it. Okay, so it is the creator who fills the void, the enchanter who decides upon the focus for any incantation spoken over it. We have been given the power to, I'm going to say shapeshift. That's the word that came in to my mind. To shapeshift. To literally transform our lives by the frequency that we carry. I don't like the word manifestation because, first of all, like, why does it have to start with the word man? If you think about it, there's so many words in the English language that are like just it's such a male. Well, it was formed from colonialism, and it's all about control. It's most like, anyway, I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole other thing. What I want to focus on is remembering that we are energy, and that what we resonate with is what is going to call into our experience. Whatever our frequency is, that's what we're calling in. Okay, so if you want to live a different experience, you need to shape shift. You need to like, Okay, here's what I'm getting. You guys ever heard of the Japanese scientist? I forget it. I can't remember his name. But it's about water and how water changes shape depending on the words that are attached to it. Like it was glasses of water and he put labels on it. I might be getting it a little bit wrong, but check it out. I'll put it in the description, okay? But what I'm getting is that we do shapeshift because we're made up of water mostly. And the intention that we hold and the words that come out of our mouth literally shape-shift our DNA because resonance is frequency. So this is the alchemy process. Now, it started off with a lot of power, a big bang, action, move forward, and then it went to retreat. And this is how we do this. It takes intention, a lot of powerful intention, and the action in the movement might not look like anything. And this is maybe why it feels confusing, because I've spent a decade healing, and people might look at me and like, what have you been doing? And like, I don't have a material thing to show except for me. I'm the material thing. I've changed. And it took a lot of quiet time, a lot of dedication, and really going into myself and trusting that this alchemy process, it's already in the cauldron. You're designed with this cauldron already in your body, okay? You have all the things in you that you need to change. Okay, so now what? So I got another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th. This is a very, like, 8 cards I got because I just was like, I need more. So then I called upon the spirit medicine of our Mother Nature's children, animals. I love this deck. Okay, 27 is the card number. I'm going to flip it open and then I'll show it to you. It is the dragonfly. I love dragonflies. Okay, dragonfly breaks illusions, brings visions of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. I mean, how perfect, right? Seize the day. Carpe diem. Today is your opportunity. You know, everything in your life is a lesson. It's an opportunity to learn. Okay, so this dragonfly breaks illusions, brings visions of power. You don't need to prove it. Just act. Now is the hour. Know it. Believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. All right, so dragonfly came inverted, actually. It came upside down. So I'm going to read the whole thing. I'm going to read the illusion. It's all about illusion, okay? That's what it says, and I'll show you this page, okay? And I like to read both the upside and the inverted. So this is what it says about the upright. Dragonfly medicine is of the dream time and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly's wings reminds us of colors not found in our everyday experience. Dragonfly's shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. This is beautiful. Some legends say that dragonfly was once dragon, and that dragon had scales like dragonfly's wings. Dragon was full of wisdom and flew through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. Sure does sound like alchemy, doesn't it? The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and the illusion of changing form, transformation. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. In accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, dragon lost its power. That's exactly why the reading took a turn to rest. And it's about presence, not performance. We can't keep up this it's like running a race, I guess. This is not it's not a sprint. It's a long distance run. So yeah, we need to have intention. We need to have strength. But in order to keep that, we need to go in so that we can give this birthing process what it requires for gestation, for growth. And we do that by being honest with ourselves, challenging the illusions that dragonfly medicine is telling us about. Okay. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the messages of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of the tiny spirits of plants and of the elements, air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. And I'm getting to that when you apply all your senses to this effort, the way we do that is through air, earth, fire, and water. We use plant medicine. The way we breathe is how we live. And our medicine comes from the earth, and we need to ground ourselves to the earth. That the magnetism of Mother Earth is medicine. We need it. We're human beings. We come from earth. We will go back to the earth. So of course we need to be grounded to the earth. All right. And fire. Fire is the energy of alchemy that needs to purge what no longer serves, the ways that we think. And then the water, I'm feeling like the water The water is the cooling baptism of the soul through our tears. Through our tears as we go through the dark night of the soul. When this alchemy is happening, it can feel very painful and very dark, like we're in the womb. And it takes trust to let yourself rest in the womb of creation. Also, the water is like a cleansing baptism of your new intention. And I will share this with you. It has really helped me when I like to do spa baths. And I'll put Epsom salts and, whatever it is that's really of benefit to my body. And you can look up different natural things that you can put in your bath, depending on what frequency you're looking for. There's all kinds of ways you can do that. I just use natural things. I don't ever go out and buy special blends or anything. I just use what I have. Like I can make my own oat milk, pour that in. What else? I take my lemon rinds, my lime rinds, any citrus rinds, and I put them in a mason jar and I fill that up with water. And I have several of them. And whenever I go to have a spa bath, I just dump the water in. I'm telling you, it's magnificent. It's the most beautiful, luxurious feeling. And it's like practically free, pennies. So yeah. If Dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have forgotten to water your plants, water yourself, hydrate. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Yeah. Opportunity. Take your chance. Get into action. This is action energy. Okay. Yeah. Your illusions are robbing you of your energy. Yeah. Okay. On the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Right, breaking those patterns. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? It's really just speaking to your health. I don't really care about the scale number. Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? Are you putting action into it? Are you taking the chance? Are you seizing the opportunity to see things in a different way? Are you putting energy and action and passion into this recovery process? Okay, or into the thing that you're trying to alchemize. Put it that way. Trying to change. Let's see, where did I leave off? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mists of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation. And remember that things are never completely as they seem. And the word forgiveness is coming into my mind, my heart. I think it's really important that it was important for me to understand that what forgiveness meant for me. And it's all part of this alchemy process. Forgiveness allows me the chance. It's forgiving myself, 2 words, forgiving myself the opportunity to see things differently, to see a situation differently, to see myself differently in the situation, to apply compassionate understanding and love to all aspects of my life and my experiences, the mistakes that I've made, the patterns that I've carried too long. The only way to heal is to remember that we are light and love, and we do that through applying compassionate love and understanding to whatever circumstance it is that you're requiring to lighten, to alchemize, to change the leaden feeling in your heart and mind to the golden experience that it can be. And the golden experience sometimes is well, quite often is letting something that has hurt you go. But how do we do that? We can't just let it go. We have to process it from root to crown. And that means it goes through the entire body. It travels through the body. We need to cry. We need to cry and let it out. Or laugh and let it out. Emote. You are energy emotion. Whenever emotion gets stuck in the body, that's where disease begins. Okay, dis-ease, right? Disease is dis-ease. All right, in the contrary, and we're already almost 40 minutes and I have one more card. So, in the contrary, are you trying to prove to yourself or someone else that you have power? Posturing, ego. Are you caught in an illusion that weakens your true feelings or minimizes your abilities? Are you stuffing your emotions? Are you questioning your abilities? If so, you may have contracted dragonfly dive bombing. Is this the final crash and burn for some pipe dream that had no real purpose? Look within and feel the sense of self energy within yourself. Notice if it is ebbing. And find the point in time when you were deluded into believing that you would be happier if you changed because someone else wanted you to. Misery is a prime clue that you lost your will and personal validity when you bought into someone else's idea of who or what you should be. The illusion was that you would be happier if you did it their way. And in forfeiting what you know is right and true for you personally, you give away your power. It is time for you to take it back. I feel very passionately about that. Follow Dragonfly to the place inside your body where magic is still alive. And I'm seeing that little baby delighted with itself in the mirror. And drink deeply. Drink deeply of this power, of this magic, of self-discovery. This strength belongs to you. It is the power of becoming the illusion. This ability is ever-changing and contains within it the knowledge that you are creating it all. Creation. It's all within you. You're born with it. You are innately light and love. You are not innately your mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes. That's why we're here. But also to learn from them. That's why we're here. Okay. So then with all of this energy of seizing the opportunity, which takes the energy of bravery and courage, and then, the consistent action, the energy it takes to, and the passion it takes to stay committed to this process so that we can become stable and stand in our power. Know that during this process you have aid, you have protection, and that it's so important to rest. Rest. This transformation process takes a lot of rest. And another thing I'm getting about the alchemy card is that it takes a lot of heat, right? To transform. The alchemy was you can look up the word alchemy. It was the belief that they could turn materials like lead into gold, okay, other materials. And so it requires a lot of heat. They would heat it up. But then after it's heated, there needs to be a cooling process, and I feel like that's the baptism. That's the cooling water of baptism, baptizing your intentions. Oh yeah, I was getting to, that's why I brought up the whole spa bath thing. It's because when I'm in the tub, I consider it a baptism of my intentions, and I say mantras, and I really feel the power of it. I'm not kidding you, because we are water, and when we surround ourselves with water, well, water conducts energy. So really, I'm conducting my intentions when I'm having a bath. I'm baptizing my intentions. Okay, so then the last card is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the ruler of the unconscious, which is the dragonfly. So cool. And beckons you to pass through the veil and look inward. Look inward. Your intuitive sense right now is providing you with useful information and is assisting you to become more in touch with your subconscious mind. This card speaks to higher power, secrets, mystery. The entire cosmos of energy is conspiring to help you, to aid you in this ascension process. You are not alone. We're not alone. We alone have to commit to this internal process of change, of alchemizing how we see the world, how we see ourselves in the world, how we see the pain, the painful circumstances that we've been through, to see ourselves outside of those painful circumstances, to remember ourselves once again as the divine light and love energy that we are. Now, look, it can sound like a lot of pretty words, right? When you're carrying a lot of pain in your mind, heart, body, spirit from abuse from others. And some of us have experienced a hell of a lot of abuse, and some of you haven't. But every single human being needs to confront their illusions about anything, about something. And it's hard work. It takes consistent effort. So I'm going to share with you the thing that made me pause for 3 days, that I had to alchemize, that I had to come to full recognition of. I had to challenge my illusions about something. So my pattern has been to pour my energy into narcissistic relationships. And because I'm a high empath, Heyoka empath, I call myself. As soon as I learned what that was, I'm like, that's me. And also my conditioning from childhood, I felt that really strong, powerful love meant that I can take any kind of abuse, because I can see, I can employ compassionate understanding to that person and understand like where it's coming from, that it's born of abuse as well. Narcissism it's born of abuse. That a person's psyche never felt safe long enough to fully develop, and so the only way they know how to function is to stay in illusion, basically, and it's too scary for them to step out of that paradigm, that loop, that framework of thinking. And I that was my pattern. And I got in touch again with a narcissistic relationship, thinking, oh, one last time, maybe this time they'll be able to hear me, to feel me, to see, to break through the illusion, right? But it was never my responsibility to make them break through the illusion. And no matter how much loving, compassionate understanding I apply to their circumstances, that's not the medicine that they need. They need the medicine that's within themselves, that they were born with, and they need to apply their own intention to heal. There's nothing that I can do that can help them. I was allowing them to siphon my energy. So I had to stop. And over this past 3 days, I have connected and felt the pain and the disappointment of it all over again, that they're just not capable, right? So that's my honest confession of what I had to do and why it's taken so long for me to post this next video, because I wanted to be honest with you. This is healing out loud. I have to be honest. And I'm hoping that if you're struggling too within, you know, a narcissistic relationship, which this, you know, Western paradigm and most of the world pretty well breeds that, because how many of us felt safe growing up? How could we, right? Like, how could we? So we don't have to hate the narcissist. We need to definitely disconnect, and zero contact is best, and protect your sacred energy, like I really had to do. And so now I'm stepping into something new. I broke the illusion that I could help them. I broke the illusion that I, you know, needed to help them, you know, in order to feel like a good person myself, in order for me to feel like I am a loving person. I am a loving person because I have absolutely cut ties and pouring that love back into myself. That makes me a loving person. Bleeding myself dry does not make me a loving person, because I'm not loving myself when I'm doing that. Today I know I am safe because I am a safe person. I'm safe to myself, and I know how to protect myself now. I had to move this from the head to the heart to the root, like, you know, rip it out, root, branch, whatever you want to call it. And it takes a long time. This has been, well, really a lifetime of this pattern, and this one specific relationship has been on and off for 3 years. And I mean, I finally just bless and release, right? Because it was just like an energy vampire. And I was participating. I had to take responsibility to realize that I was participating in that. So I really hope this reading touches you, reaches you, helps you in your process of healing and understanding where you need to heal, what you need to be honest with yourself about. I wanna just share with you a blessing. Oh, I wanted to share this with you. This is something that I wrote down in my art book about, it's just a sketch. But the thing at the bottom really stood out to me. I was like 19, I think, or younger when I wrote this. Mental health is an ongoing process of dedication to reality at all costs. That's your alchemy project. I'll read it one more time. Mental health is an ongoing process of dedication to reality at all costs. We need to scrub away those illusions. And we have the help. We have the help. The universe is conspiring for us, like I said. I'm going to continue coming and sharing my story, healing out loud. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be doing this. I'm grateful I finally summoned my courage to be able to share this with you today. So thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I look forward to doing it again. So see you soon.